Hi, boys and girls. Today I'm going to show you how to write about your very own monster, just like the monsters we read about this week in I Need My Monster and How to Catch a Monster. So, we're going to use our five senses, which we've been talking about a lot lately, to write descriptive sentences about our monster. I'm going to show you how I'm going to write it in my writing notebook, and then you guys are going to write your own. So the first thing you need is your writing notebook, your spiral writing notebook, the one that has the metal edges like this, or you can use any kind of paper that you have. You also need a pencil, and eventually you're going to need markers or crayons to color with. I'm going to use a marker for my writing so you guys can see it, but I do suggest that you guys use a pencil so that you can erase any mistakes that you make. So I'm just going to turn my camera down so you can see my paper. And you can tell I already wrote a title, My Monster. And then I really want you to think about, before you start writing, what is my monster going to look like? You can do an eye if you want to help you remember. What is my monster going to sound like? Do an ear. What is my monster going to smell like? Do a little nose. And then what is my monster going to feel like? Now, I did leave one sense out. Taste like, because we're not going to taste our monsters. So, what I want you to do is try to get at least 2 or 3 descriptive words in each box that before you start writing about your monster. So, maybe your monster is bumpy or smooth for feels like. Maybe they look like, what color they look like, what shape they are. You can do feeling like what they're smooth or rough. If they have scales, maybe they have spikes. Maybe they have unicorn horns. That would be looks like. Maybe they have shimmery kind of things, or a mermaid tail, or shimmery would go here and looks like. Feels like, though, maybe they feel slippery. This is why you need a pencil so you can make a mistake. What do they sound like? Do they have like a high voice? Do they have a low voice? Do they have a rough, scary voice? Do they speak with an accent? So you're going to write, what does your monster sound like? Is he loud or she? Are they quiet? Then what do they smell like? Do they smell good or bad? Can you describe what they smell like? Do they smell like a food that you've had before? Perhaps a good or a bad food? Do they smell like maybe a kind of weather or something outside, grass, rain? Describe the smell in at least 2 or 3 different words. Okay. After you have your words done, you are going to draw a picture of your monster, and you can draw a picture in your writing notebook too, or if you want to use plain paper, you can do that as well. You're going to draw a picture of your monster. So I will flip to the next page, and I'm not going to draw a detailed picture because I know you guys are excited to get to writing, but maybe I'm going to draw a picture of my monster here and include all those details that you wrote about. So if they have spikes, see if you can figure out a way to draw how they smell, or maybe what they look like, what they feel like. If you said they're bumpy or smooth, can you draw that? When you're done with your drawing, you are going to write a story about your monster. So you can even do it at the bottom of the same page, but just start to write. My monster is dark. So this is my dog. Maybe your monster, you're going to talk about the color that your monster is, what they look like, what they smell like. Do you like that about them? Do you not like that about them? And then when you're done, you're going to take a picture of your writing and you're going to submit it in the assignment so that your teacher can read it. Okay? So I just want to go over that one more time. Step 1, brainstorm. My monster looks like, sounds like, smells like, feels like. Then picture that matches your brainstorming. And then the most important part, your writing. My monster, describe your monster. You're going to use all these words that you already came up with and the picture that you already drew. What do they look like? What do they sound like? What do they smell like? What do they feel like? But you're going to put it in sentences. So my monster has bumpy scales. My monster smells like rotten eggs. Whatever you're going to say about your monster, take a picture, send it to your teacher. Happy writing.